All right, what's going on, everybody? The Iceman here, Jeffrey Rose on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel on this Tuesday night. And a lot of people have been talking about the world of wrestling and how it's really, really gone downhill, how really bad it is right now, and everything else. But, we do have the alternatives. We have Major League Baseball playoffs, which have started tonight. The Yankees and the Houston Astros. We have NFL football. We have NBA that will be coming up in not too much that long of a time. We have the new TV show season, which there's a lot of good shows on pretty much all the networks. Um, so yeah, and I think part of the problem with wrestling right now is like for the WWE, there's just too much programming on during the week. I mean, you have Monday Night Raw on Monday nights, and you got NXT on Wednesday. I'm not sure when Superstars and Main Event are, even if they're on a channel or not, but they're on the network. And then we have SmackDown on Thursday. And so when you got 4 or 5 nights of programming by the WWE, and then when it comes time for a WWE pay per view on the network, I mean, that's just another night. So that's like 5 or 6 altogether on that week that they have the pay per view. And I think this is part of the problem with so much content by the WWE. Um, and the big problem there is that we see a lot of the same matches throughout the whole week, and nothing really ever changes up all that much. And so I think that's one of the main issues as far as the WWE goes. And, you know, I don't see it changing anytime soon. Um, I've always felt that they need to promote some other stars that they have. And, yeah, we'll see like the Zack Riders on a house show. Jack Swagger, we never even see on TV hardly anymore. Damian Sandow, guys like Swagger and Sandow, and even Zack Ryder. Really, it wasn't all that long ago that they were pretty high on the list of WWE stars. So there ever since the Shield pretty much came in, I think the WWE is really focused on them. And I'll be honest with you, Seth Rollins obviously getting the biggest push out of all the Shield members. They tried with Roman Reigns, and the fans didn't take to it, so they switched that up. And then they dropped the ball on Dean Ambrose, who was widely popular with the fans and could have been a huge face in the WWE, and still probably could. But I think with his feud earlier this year with Seth Rollins, this is, where I think the WWE got caught off guard. I don't think they expected Dean Ambrose to be as popular as he was, but they already had it in the works what they were going to do for Seth Rollins. So, and I guess they just weren't about to change that. I think the only way a change would have been made if it was somebody like Daniel Bryant that, say returned, and we all know his popularity here in the WWE. Um, but yeah, times are changing. John Cena constantly gets booed. The WWE still considers him, one of their biggest stars, but I think they've also hurt him as well, just for the simple fact they put him in the spotlight so often uh, that they have made the fans tired of him. Unfortunately, I mean, not all the fans, but there's a lot out there. And when you hear all the hate from all the haters on John Cena, um, a lot of people will just go along with it and say, yeah, yeah, I don't like John Cena either, whether deep down or not, they really do like him because they don't want to have anybody hate on them. So, but the WWE has really done it to John Cena, I think, in my eyes. I think it's good for John Cena to take some time off after Hell in a Cell. I think he probably will end up facing Dolph Ziggler. Um, Ziggler will win the United States belt, and this could probably bring back Ziggler back into the mainstream of things. Hopefully, he'll keep his mouth shut because Ziggler has a habit of shooting off his mouth and then getting himself back in the doghouse. He's done it on a couple different occasions already. So, but yeah, it'll be good for John to get some time off. Um, a lot of people have been talking about that 16th title reign. Maybe John won't get it anytime any soon. Maybe he'll come back like The Rock did, and we all saw when The Rock came back and beat CM Punk and got the WWE title. Maybe that's the way John Cena will end up getting his 16th title reign after he retires and maybe comes back for a WrestleMania. I mean, that could happen that way too, and maybe the fans would appreciate it a little bit more. I don't know, but yeah, the WWE needs to quit focusing around the Brock Lesnar's, the Seth Rollins, the John Cena's, and Randy Orton. They don't focus on as much as they used to. Um, there's a lot of mid carders there, and there's a lot of other lower mid carders that we don't see very often on TV, and I think that they should bring them back on TV. Apparently, they don't feel it worked with like Fandango. But Damian Sandow, when he left TV, the fans were in love with him, and I don't understand what the reasoning was behind them taking him off TV. I don't know. Maybe he ticked somebody off in the back. I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely they need to do something. Um, I've seen wrestling at a low point, many times before. I think there was a good spot in the 80s at one time that was a low point. The early 90s. Um, there's always going to be these kind of situations. Wrestling can't go full bore, all the time. And, it's unfortunate that we don't have a promotion that is really, able to stand head to head with the WWE because if we did, then the WWE would really have to do something much like they did when WCW pretty much owned them for those 80 some odd weeks. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, anyway, those are my thoughts about the wrestling world at this point. Um, you know, tomorrow's another day. Um, tomorrow's a new day, so to speak. Xavier, Big E, and Kofi. Peace out, everybody. Have yourself a great Tuesday night.